Frock the Fortnight, Frock the Fortnight, Frock the Fortnight. It's a bit like Mark the Week.
Trademark.
Hello, loves, and welcome to. Well, here's the rub. Last week, we were together for the first time in a long time, and we still called the episode Ladies of Lockdown.
We did.
Well, really, it's back to Frock the Fortnight, Frock the Fortnight, Frock the Fortnight.
It's a bit like Mock the Week.
Trademark. Do you remember Frock the Fortnight? So, this episode will be Frock the Fortnight episode, whatever it was since the last one we did.
6,000.
Lovely to see you all. Hello, loves. How are you doing? How are you coping? You know, with this bloody new Delta variant.
Delta variant.
Oh my.
It feels a bit Star Trek-y, doesn't it?
It's really scary actually, because it's like, first there was Delta, just Delta variant.
Yeah.
Now there's Delta Plus.
Yeah.
And it just seems like there's...
What's next?
I mean, it's going to keep evolving, isn't it?
Yeah, like the Terminator franchise, isn't it? What's next? Delta Judgment Day. Possibly. If they could throw it in as an option.
You ever seen that scene in Terminator Judgment Day where she's having a dream and she's looking through a kid's playground?
Oh, yes, yeah.
When I first saw that, I thought to myself, hippie thinking, I don't care. When I first saw that, I thought to myself, why are we not disabling and dismantling every nuclear weapon on this planet right now?
Well, exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Britain's just spent $2.5 billion.
Is that much? Yeah, it's 2.5 billion, I think. Yeah.
On a new warship.
Yeah.
Big grey warship.
And we can't be trusted.
And then we've gone in waters that aren't ours.
Yeah.
And had some bombs fired at us by Russia. What's going on?
I mean,
Isn't there enough going on with the bloody pandemic?
Well, exactly. Well, that's the thing, though, isn't it? The pandemic's to distract us all while they do shite like this. I mean, let us not forget the last big boating bloody story. Do you remember when they asked the Great British public to name a new ship? And everyone voted for Boating McBoatface, they didn't even do it.
I know, and I thought that was a marvellous
That was a great idea, but it just goes to show you we can't have nice things.
No.
Stick to jelly.
So,
vegan.
Oh, hiya, by the way, I'm Gemini.
I'm Miasma.
And together we are the Vegan Queens. We like to do a topical show, we like to have a topical chat about what's going on, try and normalise it a bit. Well, no, not normalise it.
No.
I suppose make some folk realise that are not paying attention. They might not be paying attention for the right reasons.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll give you an abbreviation of what's going on in the world. That was part one. $2.5 billion on a new warship, and Russia shooting bombs at us in the Black Sea. Black Sea?
The Black Sea, if you don't mind. And then somebody's saying they didn't shoot bombs, somebody's saying they did. Who owns the waters? We don't know. Just Pocahontas, just around the river bend, right? So, water's always different. You can't own water. That's a good thingy for the Brexit thing as well, about fishing.
Yeah, have you noticed, by the way?
Go on.
But did that have an end?
No, that was it, really. Yeah. I was just leading in.
He started, Boris Johnson, suddenly there's all these questions about cronyism and, you know, contracts being given to cronies and stuff throughout all this thing.
Yeah.
And did he actually pay for the own refurbishment of his Downing Street flat and all this? And suddenly he's in Parliament, mind you. I mean, it was right at the anniversary. Yesterday, 24th today as we're filming this.
24th today, yes.
Yeah, 23rd yesterday, 5-year anniversary since Britain made the biggest mistake it's made in 100 years.
Yeah.
By voting for Brexit.
Yeah.
Because Johnson and all his cronies had managed to convince you that the problem was them. That was the problem, the EU. It was a very clever distraction from what they do constantly.
And now look where we are, in an extended version of the film Misery.
But what's happened? John Bercoff.
Oh yeah, he's joined Labour, hasn't he?
Joined the bloody Labour Party, the Speaker of the House for all those years, who was clearly Conservative.
Well, yeah, I mean, in many ways. Although he did just have a go at him, didn't he?
Oh, well, of course, because he was a good man and he had to be.
Well,
the Speaker of the House has to, don't they? But yeah, he's joined the bloody Labour Party now. Of course, overseas, we've still got this frickin' count in Arizona going on. Where they look, get this. Can I tell you what they're looking for? using ultraviolet light and microscopes to look for bamboo fibres to prove that a load of illegal ballots were shipped in from China.
I mean, let's take aside the racism to begin with. Bamboo.
And, get this, the Republicans, there's this bill, right, and it's all about voter reform,
Right.
and it's good stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's good stuff that ensures that voting is fair and equal and, you know, and done right, blah, 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 blah. They had a vote on whether to have a debate about that bill, and the Republicans quashed it. They didn't even want to talk about it. They didn't even want to talk about it. I have to say, actually, I know that there's a lot of terrible countries in this world, and there are. I'm hoping to see change in Israel because of the new...
Oh, yes.
It's a very kind of splintered government. So this one guy who's very right-wing is going to be doing it for 2 years, and then his left-leaning counterpart will take over for the next 2 years.
It's an interesting way of doing it.
It's very interesting. It's made up of a lot of parties, including an Arab party. I mean, you can't grumble about that. I mean,
it's representation.
Yeah. 12 different smaller parties. So that's good in kind of in Israel, but all this stuff in America, and the Republicans are some of the worst people I've ever seen in the Republican Congress. People, men and women, and the things that they will deny and dismiss and filibuster and
gerrymander and
yeah, and it's like you're stampling on democracy whilst accusing the Democrats of trying to make it so that they always win in future.
Look over there.
By fairness.
There you go.
Mitch McConnell, what a turtle-looking twat.
Oh, horrible. He looks like he's perpetually caught in that moment. Do you know when Turtlenecks were all the rage?
Yeah.
But you were like trying to pull your way out, but you weren't quite there yet. He looks like he's been caught in that moment and put in aspic.
Panic.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Have you ever had pullover panic? Have you ever had a jumper so tight?
Yeah,
you tried to take it off that way and you've got stuck.
Yeah.
And gone in a real panic attack.
Yeah. I was in London once, you know. I'd been charity shopping on one of my glamorous jaunts up the West End. London's glitzy West End. And I'd
She's
bought...
a clean.
I am... No. Domestic supervisor. And and I'd bought a frock that were a bit of a question mark. You know when you think, it'd be alright that, I'll grease my way in. So I gets in and I put it on, and then and it was fine, and I tried to take it off, and I had that moment, you know, where you go, but there's no one to look at, so you have to just look at yourself, like in the mirror, like, will it be with me forever? I could have just cut it off in fairness, but...
It's like Paul, when he was a little boy, swallowed a boiled sweet in a laundrette with his friend, Anne.
Oh, Anne.
And of course he swallowed a bowl of sweet and it was stuck in his throat and he was choking.
Yeah.
And he was just looking at Anne like, I'm dying.
Anne trying to do the Heineken manoeuvre.
He managed to get it out himself, thank goodness for that. Any road, we're waffling on, we've had a right good chat, so we'll see you next time. Why are we dressed in red and green? Because they do say red and green should never be seen except upon a fool. Well, red, green and white if you count the table and her gloves and headband.
Or a queen. My nan used to say.
Why are we wearing red, green and white today?
They are the flags colours. Why do I even start? They are the colours of the flag of the Hungarian flag. Now, I don't know if you've been aware, because there's a lot going on at the moment and it could easily be missed, but Hungary, the Hungarian government, have recently placed into law, look at a finger in the camera, not finger, you know what I mean, finger rings, have basically essentially enacted what used to be Section 28 in the United Kingdom. If you're not aware, Section 28 was a clause in Local Government Act which basically prohibited the teaching or promotion,
or even the discussion
of LGBT lifestyles as viable, healthy, to be desired, this was under Thatcher, obs, using words such as pretend family relationships, children were not to be taught that they had the right to be gay, so on and so forth. That's essentially what the Hungarian government have now enacted.
Which will extend to national television. Friends won't be allowed to be shown because it contains a lesbian relationship.
Yep.
It's just terrifying. Paul did a vlog for International Day Against Homophobia a couple of years ago, and he made the mistake of watching the Margaret Thatcher speech where she introduced Section 28. And I'll never forget this line ever in my life. Children are being taught so that they have the inalienable right to be gay. But she was saying it like it was a bad thing, and I was like, and that was the introduction of Section 28, which led to a lot of LGBT teachers leaving the teaching industry. And it led to a rise in homophobia.
Massive rise.
Because it legitimised it. And this is what we're going to now see with our Hungarian pals.
Yeah. Same thing that happened with Putin in Russia, we saw it in Chechnya, and it's scary, you know, love, because it's that reminder in it. Whatever rights we've got, however far we've come, it can just be taken like that.
Yeah. You can lose them so easily.
Yeah.
It always reminds me of that as well. Anything like this reminds me of that First They Came.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'll give you the abbreviated version. First they came for the gays and I didn't send out because they weren't gay. Then they came for blacks, I didn't send out because they weren't black. Then they came for Joes, I didn't send out because they weren't Joe. Then they came for me, and there were nobody left sent out. It's far more beautiful and artistic and put together.
I don't know though, it's the essence, that.
Yeah.
In our voices. Yeah, no, it's hard. And you know, we know for a pretty much proven fact that when a government in one form or another legitimises prejudice of any kind, it does have a massive knock-on effect.
Of course it does.
Look at, I was reading
of course it does.
Liverpool recently. A spate of, I think, 4 or 5 homophobic and transphobic attacks in the last week and a half. There's a big protest the other day. And you know, you just sort of have to think about having a government in power that has not, I mean the UK now, outright done anything really to protect trans people from the appalling abuses that they're going through in the media, in social media. You know, when the government legitimises something, it makes people brave, because it makes people think, oh, my hatred is fine. You know,
absolutely
heartbreaking.
Much like, you know, as the rise in Asian hate crime, anti-Asian hate crimes in America that started whilst Trump was doing his whole China virus bullshit.
Yeah.
And have continued.
Exactly. It's terrifying. We're 1 step forward, 2 steps back, this world.
And like you were saying earlier, miasma, and it's we've talked about it many times on previous episodes, it's much of the time it's all this distraction is to stop us from looking at what they're actually doing.
Yeah.
You know, here's a rub. Here's one for you. I'm very into space travel. Very. Big lover of rocket launches and our discovery of other planets. But there's a massive part of me that says, why? Why now? When there is so much to fix here.
Yeah.
When we have barely discovered more than 5% of our own oceans.
Exactly.
When we are still really vague about our own history on this planet and what happened to everybody. What happened to the Aztecs and the Mayans?
Yeah.
And the ancient Egyptians and the ancient Greeks, and has the lineage, what happened to them then?
It's, yeah. It's newness, innit, love, constantly. This is what they do, folk do. It's like, we won't bother fixing this, we'll go and do something else, and do something new, and that's why nothing gets sorted properly. You've got to invest, you've got to put your money down, your deposit.
You've got to plant trees you'll never sit under, knowing you'll never sit under them.
Exactly.
But still get joy from planting them. And use that as a metaphor for so many things in life.
Exactly.
But also use it as a literal.
Yeah, exactly.
Well.
You know, yeah. I was trying to do an analogy then with genitals, and I don't want to do that because it delegitimises what we were just saying.
Yeah.
But think on.
Any road.
Yeah.
Some good news
Go ahead.
for a change. You know, we've not worked properly or been paid for a year and a half. We've got some bookings. Two in July, one in August, thus far. So, things are looking up, which is good, because although I've loved doing this,
Oh, it's gorge.
you know, it don't pay for anything.
Don't pay
does
the
it?
bills. Money don't say you love me.
And there's a huge possibility that we are going to go ahead with, I suppose it's weather dependent, with our July 10th penciled in Line Pride 2.
My pride.
My own private Pridaho. That's what I'm calling it. That's the subline, you know. Line Pride 2. My own private Pridaho. Because it's, you know, it's in back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's in back garden, it is.
Yard pride.
It
bit of
is.
backyard pride.
It is private, really.
Absolutely, yeah.
You
Well,
know.
Focal Luke.
So what else is going on in the world that's worth discussing? Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you
Wait.
this. The boys, Paul and Jason,
Oh, yes.
who I spend a lot of time with, as you know, they've started rewatching Friends from the very beginning.
Oh.
And do you know what?
Yeah.
It's lovely. I think it's important sometimes to, as long as you don't get upset too much by nostalgia, to immerse yourself in it.
Absolutely.
And just to remind yourself of maybe, were things better then, or did you just feel better about things then?
Yeah, it's true. No, that's so true, you know. Yeah. Revisit pivotal moments. You know.
But be honest enough to, you know, not immediately tell yourself, oh, things were so much better then. Were they? Were they? Or were you just younger and had a much better outlook?
Exactly.
You know? And if you'd have been paying attention to the running of the world and the politics of the world at that time, might have been shit.
Probably were.
Which proves it's all your mindset.
Absolutely.
If you think young, if you think, you know, in fact, don't think age.
No.
It's something I have to try and tell myself quite a lot of my asthma. As a 52-year-old mature
37 when you're... Okay, you've gone for the truth, haven't you?
as a 52-year-old mature lady, I do have to tell myself, Gemini, darling, your age is not important.
No.
Who you are as a person, that's what matters.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look at 80-year-olds, they're still doing the okey-cokey. Do you know what I mean? They're still going on walks and visiting factories, not in a pandemic, but you know, it is what you feel, innit, you know?
Sometimes I don't know where she's gonna go.
I don't always.
I just kind of sit back and wait.
Could be a point worth making, could be Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
We're not sure.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Milton Keynes.
No, nothing wrong with Milton Keynes.
I remember seeing Milton Keynes. Here's a random one for you. I
What?
remember seeing Milton Keynes when it was first built. As in, there was a documentary about it.
Yeah.
There was, and I was like, oh, it's incredible. It's the space age and
Yeah.
futuristic, and everybody hates it now.
Yeah, it's become a sort of byword, hasn't it, for a sort of wasteland. No offence if you live in Milton Keynes, we don't necessarily think that. We're just parroting what the...
Well, apparently it's just a load of accommodations and then a big shopping mall.
Yeah. Imagine that everyone's like, oh, move in. Then someone goes like in the planning meeting, I don't know, goes, what happened to that cinema complex and the motorways? And then someone, possibly called Aidan, I don't know, goes, and picks up a piece of paper off the floor. We're at this. And now these poor people are stuck, they can't leave. They cannot leave Milton Keynes.
Well, there are roads in and out,
Fine.
but they're guarded by pirates.
Pirates. Ring pirate. No, that's gay, innit? Some of them might be ring pirates, we don't know. That's a 90s phrase.
Is it?
If we're going to go back to, you know, thinking about nostalgia, it's weird, isn't it? You know, this whole thing we have now about reclaiming words that have been slurs and stuff.
Like queer.
Like queer, exactly.
I'm a queer.
Yeah, I support them when it's useful to me. But,
You're genderqueer.
I am genderqueer. Yeah, that's true enough. And we just like the people you see on the street. We patronise laundrettes. She had a boiled sweet. She just told you. Well, Paul did. Sorry, I should say.
Yeah.
That was Paul, not
I was there though. I witnessed it spiritually.
Yeah, hiding behind the spin dryer.
It were awful.
But like, we should bring back some old terminologies. Not all of them, because some of them are still slurs. But I have a slight affection for old pseudo-homophobic terms.
Like what?
Reclaimed ring pirate. Backside artist. Because at least you get artist.
Uphill gardener.
Yeah. One of them is one of my favourite. Or is he one of them?
Fudge packer.
Do you enjoy packing fudge? Very competitive rates.
I've never worked at Cadbury's in my life.
No.
No, I should say really, Cadbury's, they don't do vegan fudge. I've never worked for Jill in Fab Fudge in my life. Great company though.
Fabulous company.
Lovely lads.
Bit of a limp wrist moment. I've got an affection for the limp wrist.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Part of me actually wants to.
Well, it's a good way of showing your nails off.
Yeah.
Having, you know, like a couple of limp wrists.
Do you know, when I was at school, that was one of the ways that like lads and that in the playground used to ask if you were gay or not. They'd say, look at your nails, and if you went like that, you weren't gay, but if you went like that, then you were. Kids there, beats me why everyone wants them.
Should we, just for fun for a minute, should we do a thumbnail?
Oh yeah, why not? Don't use that one. Like the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Should we do a pausey?
Oh, probably should, shouldn't we?
And maybe, you know, we can have a rest for a minute and then we'll come back and do the second half.
Best half.
You didn't know we did it in 2 hours, did you? Well, we do. Watch us melt.
I've got wicket at me clacks when we do that.
Are you what?
Me clacks.
Oh, I don't know what she means. I don't know I want to be honest with you.
No. Well, maybe it's best not to ask.
So yes, we're still thinking about July 10th.
Yeah.
As a possible, you know, show date. We've got what we're doing July 2nd and 3rd.
So last second and third we got gigs, haven't we?
Back to back. Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Friday's a good one.
Yeah.
It's been good. In here.
Yeah. No wonder Britain's been going mad.
At this very table, no doubt. With laptop and out you want.
Yeah.
Couple of hours. We might even have a sing.
Might do, why not? Why not get in practice?
Is it public? Oh no, it's tickets.
It's ticketed, but essentially public, yeah. I don't know if it's free though, so you could just essentially buy a ticket, couldn't you?
Yeah.
For free.
If we find out any information about it beforehand, we'll put it in our community tab.
Yeah.
Don't forget we've got one. A community tab.
Yeah. If you want to look what else is going on for that event, because that's Rochdale and Rainbows. Just
and
Google.
Don't forget, down there in Binners, in description, we've got a Patreon, we've got merch, we've got a link to Stuart's channel. The library's open. We've got a link to those vegan guys. There's all sorts going on down there. If you just read it, every week we're painstakingly write the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. Copy paste. I don't know where.
Oh,
Are you alright, love?
yeah, we're just looking over there.
We're keeping you up. Thought she'd spotted a bush or something.
What have you been watching? So I've been watching Friends with lads, and over the last 2 nights, few nights, watched the 2014 Godzilla movie, and the most recent. Well, it's not the most recent. The most recent one's King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah.
Godzilla King of the Monsters. We watched.
King of the Monsters.
The other night. It was very good. It was very good. It was your typical, you know,
Yeah.
big beastie movie.
That's fine.
And I like them.
We've all had big beasties in his life, am I right, ladies and gadies?
Green.
Do you know what I mean? Green.
Purple.
Purple.
Green. Purple.
Green and purple.
No, red.
Green. I've been watching a new series, actually.
Red.
I say it's not new, it's not new. It's been on for about 5 seasons now, but I've just discovered it. Called The Bold Type.
Oh.
It's on Amazon Prime, but it's also on Netflix.
Okay.
Which is interesting. And it's about 3 women who work at this magazine, this like feminist magazine called Scala, and it's about their loves and lives and stuff, and it's really just nice. You know, when it's like, it doesn't shy away from big themes, you know, race, gender inequality, sex, so on and so forth, but it does it in a way where it doesn't feel hard-handed. It's done very nicely, and the characters are interesting. So
I'm waiting for the 3rd season of Virgin River.
Oh yes,
I love it. It's such
very
a gentle drama. But I mean, end of the last one.
Well, I've not seen the end of season 2.
Oh
No, I'm only halfway through season 2.
Oh, it done 10 nice.
They never. This is what they did. Cliffhanger.
But season 3's coming,
Oh, that's good.
so that's a good thing.
Yeah. What have you been watching, folk, in comments? What do you like watching of an evening when you put your feet up, take your tights off, rub your corns?
I tell you what I'd like to know now. What's your favourite drag movie?
Yeah. Oh, good question.
Because I don't know what mine is.
Give us your contenders, and then I'll tell you mine. If you want to, you don't have to, love.
No, I'm going to put 3 in the same spot.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
One of them's very contemporary. Some Like It Hot.
Yeah.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. And 2 Wong Fu.
Yeah. Do you know what? 2 out of 3 on them I'll agree with completely. Priscilla, masterpiece. If you haven't seen it, have a word. To Wong Fu, kind of an American Priscilla in a way, but it becomes a different film, doesn't
It's
it?
beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
I love what Stockard Channing says.
Yeah, back off, Virgil. You know when she's got the red thing over her face.
No, she says, I love you, VW.
Oh, yeah.
I've waited my whole life to hear somebody say I love you with that name.
I think I'm lucky
Beautiful.
to have a lady friend who
And
has
John.
an Adam's apple. That's what she says.
John Leguizamo in that movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
beautiful.
girl.
Wesley Snipes. Come on, that bit at the start's my fave. Because, you know, when they do the sort of drag queen
I'm
of the
crying,
year.
little Latin boy.
Yeah. Little Latin boy in drag is crying. Ask the little Latin boy in drag why he's crying. I hereby strip you of all your princess points.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So what's your third? If you
Third.
had to choose 3.
Connie and Carla, which is a more recent one. It's almost a remake of Some Like It Hot, but with some different details. And it's Nina Thingy from My Big Fat Greek Wedding
Right.
and Toni Collette. They are musical theatre fans who their careers only got as far as they're working at an airport in like a cabaret.
Right.
People. They witness somebody getting shot by the
Oh,
mob, so they have to go on the run.
Also, it's elements of thingy as well. Sister Act.
Yes. So they go on the run and they find the best way to hide out but still be able to perform, which is what they love, is to pretend to be drag queens. And it's beautiful.
Is it?
It's so lovely. Debbie Reynolds is in it. She makes a cameo.
I've never even heard of
Have
this.
you not? Oh,
no.
you should watch it. It's
What's it on?
I don't even know what it's on. I've got it on DVD, DVD. Sorry, from years ago. Connie and Carla, but we'll check it out if it's on the Netters or the Amazon.
Do you know? Not so long back, Miasma. Paul bought one of my favourite films on VHS.
Oh yeah.
It's got nowhere to play it. There's a video player here that fitted into SCART on the old TV. This new TV doesn't have SCART.
Oh no.
No SCART. The film is Stones for Ibarra.
I've never heard of
If
that.
anyone can ever find me a digital copy of that, oh, I'd be so happy. Stones for Ibarra, Glenn Close. It's a beautiful film.
Show the face you'd do if someone found that for you.
Or maybe this.
That there could be your hands.
No, they could.
It is sad that, isn't it? Because some things, like, you know, when you've got a real affection for them, you just assume they will have all been like reformatted and
Well, I
made
think
available. don't you?
it was a made-for-TV movie, so it did get transferred over to VHS, but it's from like 1998, I think.
Oh, right.
So, you know, but it's a beautiful movie set in Mexico.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
There could be a renaissance thing, you never know. Like, vinyl's made a massive comeback, and cassettes are coming back.
I just need to get, or Paul needs to get maybe SCART to HDMI, if it's possible. And then SCART goes back at video. SCART goes in the SCART to HDMI goes in the telly.
Yeah.
And it,
It's like a daisy chain.
it might work. It might work.
Worth having a go, innit, love?
Absolutely, you might as well.
Yeah.
Might as wish you had.
Well, this is the thing. So, yeah. So that's nice. But, yeah. 25 years as well, as an influencer. 25 years since the Spice Girls released their first single.
Don't you find that terrifying? Oh, I didn't tell you this, and it was lovely.
Oh, go on.
And this was really lovely. Right. So, it's Paul's birthday recently.
Yeah.
Well, when he woke up on his birthday morning, 17th of June, he watches this channel on YouTube called Let's Walk. There's no talking or anything. It's just a guy walking around a town or a village.
Oh, yeah.
With text that comes up and says, like, this is the war memorial. It was put here in 18... giving you all this information about its past. It's very interesting series. Lovely to watch. Very ASMR.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It's made me want to go to Scarborough. Anyway, for those of you that don't know, one of Paul's favourite films of all time is the 1970s Railway Children.
Oh my God.
Wakes up on 17th of June, video uploaded 16th of June. Let's Walk.
It's not.
Awkworth. The village where the Railway Children was filmed.
Yeah.
And it ended at the railway with the train on the tracks.
That's cute, AF.
Which I've never seen with my own eyes. He's never seen with his own eyes. But they run them. They actually run train services.
Yeah, I believe they do, don't they?
Yeah, and you can get like a lunch and everything. It'd be nice to know if they do vegan. I'd love to go on that.
Yeah. We should do some research.
But it'd be nice to take a fella with me. One of my fellas.
Oh yeah, one of your many men.
So that I could get off at the platform and shout, Daddy, my daddy.
Oh, God.
Run into his arms. So a bit sexier than Jenny Agutter.
Yeah. Oh, to the world at large as well, while we're on the subject of daddy.
Oh.
I will say, I think we need to be careful about how we use the word daddy in a love amorous context. I think if you're saying it to a 21-year-old, stop. That's all I'm going to say. You see a lot on the internet, it's like, oh, daddy, and I'm like, he's 19. You wouldn't be a daddy if you grew up somewhere rural.
I had a friend who used to say it whenever he saw a hot guy pushing a pram.
But that's alright though, because that's kind of, he possibly is a daddy.
There's an assumption though, isn't it? Whether he's an uncle.
Well, that's true. I mean, we've been mistaken for a lesbian couple before now, which is fine. We don't mind, but assumptions.
You know what assuming does, don't you?
Yeah.
It makes an ass out of you and me. That's what assuming does.
I said, no, I am her daughter. Her pride and joy. She went,
I've often wondered something, Miasma.
Go on, love.
Well, why are there so many songs about rainbows and what's on the other side?
Yeah.
I mean, rainbows are visions, but they're only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide.
It's true. I'd come in now if I had something to offer.
I've heard it said,
Yeah.
and I tend to believe it. I don't know the rest of the words. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers and me, all of us, la 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 la.
Seriously, book us. That's what you'll get.
We're good.
We're good. We're really good. We're proper nice.
We sing songs. Show us tits.
Yeah. Tell jokes.
Talk about minge stuff.
Sometimes I pull a tie down and show you my hairy leg.
Oh, we're a laugh.
It's a feminist issue.
No, it is.
It really is. Why shouldn't a woman have hairy legs if she wants them?
I think, here's a random thing. I think that, because everyone knows I'm part Lebanese, I think that women, there's an advert actually, and I think it's actually for hair products, hair removal products. I think it's for Veet. It could.
No.
And because it says like your hair, your choice.
That's quite nice.
And one of the shots is a hot, slim, short blonde-haired woman with a white vest on, with her arm up, leaning on her, and really hairy armpits.
Yeah.
I think that's so hot.
Why not? I say.
I think it's proper hot.
I mean, we've come a long way, haven't we? Because you remember the old bloody, what's it called? Is it Bit Crazers or something? Remember the Venus? She's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. I know you're appalled now, aren't you? It's been a few weeks, I've not been going out much.
Can't believe she did that.
I'm your Venus. I'm your fire.
Oh.
Your desire.
Flip-flop for me. What are we playing at?
I don't even know. This has been a very random episode.
It has been a very random episode, and the terrifying thing is, none of us have worn tights or heels for a year and a half.
No.
Virtually. And we're going to have to wear them again.
Corset, tights, shoes. What a big. I think we should pop in a pair of sliders.
I'm not that. Do you know? Honestly, I've put a bit of weight on over the over the lockdown. I'm not ashamed of it.
What? No.
I actually look a bit pregnant. Look.
Suffice it to say,
I've only got a panty girdle on, a long one.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm owning it. It's like. It's all part of me. I'm a little bit more jelly at the moment. I'm a lot more cuddly. And when I find the time and the inclination to lose a bit of weight, I will. Or maybe I won't.
It really is your choice. Your body, your choice.
Well, that's the thing. I think you've got to just own yourself these days and be I'm still a beautiful woman.
Of course you are.
You know what I mean?
You know.
I've got a bit of podge. I've got a bit of child.
It's me, if you just tuned in. Imagine that in a... Not like that. You know what I mean? But you know what? This has been nice This is nice, because it's been a bit silly and a bit daft and stuff, although we have had serious points. This is... I would like to call it queer joy. And laughter and fun, because we hear so much about persecution. We hear so much about Hungary, Liverpool, the homophobic, transphobic attacks and stuff. One of the great ways we can counteract that is having queer joy. Yeah, absolutely. And love in it.
Absolutely, you know? It's very, very important.
Yeah.
It is, it's very important. And, you know, not being... celebrate who you are. I celebrate who I am every day. I'm a beautiful drag queen woman living in this world, and it's been an hard life, but I'm still here, still gorgeous, my boobs are still up, and I can still find my favourite colour lipstick. What's not to love?
Exactly. Bum times, good times, I've seen them all, my dear. Still here.
Plush velvet sometimes just pretzels and beer, which are really nice. But I'm here.
I've stuffed the metro in my shoes, strummed ukuleles, sang the blues, watched all my dreams disappear. But I'm here. It's nice, that song, isn't it?
Yeah. I quite like it. What were we singing last night? Oh, we've been... We'll give you a hint.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we'll just tell you. We might. Have you ever seen that Barbra Streisand Judy Garland duet of Happy Days Are Here Again? We might be having a bash at that. Because we both like it, and it's it's one of those songs, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's just kind of isn't it?
It's nice. It's nice for people, and something with a good positive message can't go on this at times like these, can it? And
yet, it was written as an ironic song during the war,
Yeah.
Because actually, when you think about the words, your things and troubles are gone, there'll be no more from now on. It's basically saying it's time to die.
Yeah. Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. Ah.
The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. You're gonna be going to the promised land.
Yeah, oh God. Suddenly,
we're heading down the river while she sends away in the tide. It's quiet and peaceful on the other side.
And they're not talking about Milton Keynes, are they?
No,
No.
talking about heaven.
Heaven.
So yeah, it's quite an ironic song, isn't it?
Oh, do you know what set off in my head then when you said heaven? Belinda Carlisle. Not Belinda Carlisle. Yeah, no.
Oh.
No, it's not Belinda Carlisle. Oh, that one, but also, oh, show me heaven. Is that Dina Carroll?
Pat me on the back, rhythmically. No, faster than that.
Okay.
And use your fists. Where? Oh, what was the song we were just singing?
Show me heaven.
Oh, show me. Don't work.
Hey, are you trying to get some vibrato going?
Oh, show me heaven, cover me.
Such amazing grace. No, shivers down my spine, and it feels divine.
Still get quite high.
It's a BG. You're being heckled by a BG.
Pleasant side effect of still having a tight hinge. It's gone for me.
Yeah.
Pelvic floor collapse years ago.
Yeah.
I tried to get it refitted. I do exercises.
Yeah.
You know when you lie on your back and stick your minge in the air?
Yeah. You do amazing things with gaffer tape these days.
Well, you can. And hot glue. Never say no to a bit of hot glue.
Oh God.
So yes, to our brethren. Not an S word, really. Is it?
No.
Our comrades.
Comrades is nice, yeah.
In Hungary.
Siblings.
We love you.
Yeah.
Be careful. Be careful.
Mm-hmm.
And
just spare a thought for them.
Yeah, it's just be careful, isn't it?
Yeah.
You hard times are upon you at the moment. We're very aware of that. We're trying to highlight it. And if there was any way to have your back more than this, believe me, we would.
But you know what, love? We're spreading the message.
Yes. Yeah, it's very important because it's just like all these petty foibles are the things that are stopping us from evolving.
Yeah.
Into a better human race. It's like we're still stuck in the kind of the beginning of the technology. It's like we've just come out of the Iron Age and jumped straight into rocket science, and we've skipped so many chances for personal involvement. Yeah. And all the world just carries on the same, and the politics are still the same, and people are still, used and abused and oppressed.
Yeah.
And yet we're making £2.5 billion warships and spending £3 billion on a thing to go to Mars to collect rocks that we can maybe pick up in about 4 or 5 years. To what end? Yeah. There's a kid starving over there. There's filthy water there. The system's broken here. Oh, let's not end on it.
Let's recall that joy.
So yeah, let's just be thankful that we've got each other.
That's nice.
That is important.
It's all that really matters in the end.
Yeah, we've got each other. Mm-hmm. We've got a fantastic group of folk who loves us.
Oh yes.
And we love them. You were talking about, obviously.
Natch.
Bookings have started to come back. We're sat at the same table for only the second time in over a year and a half. We've got to pluck the joy from those situations and scenarios, haven't we? And just kind of try not to let the rest grind you down. Be aware of it if you can be aware of it and have it not grind you down.
Yeah.
Stay aware of it. It's so important.
So true, bestie.
But and if you can't, don't.
Yeah.
Just don't. I mean, a part of me wants to say, try and build a thicker skin because you need to be aware of the world you live in. But I completely get people just kind of being like,
well, yeah, you're the expert in yourself, are you? You know what you can.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. Nah.
No. Maybe. So anyway, keep your eyes out. Maybe what we'll do, potentially, what we've got as gigs on, we might do a little, maybe Insta live, or at least a little video of what we've been up to backstage or something. Maybe next week.
Maybe.
Just a little clip or something.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be sat here, aren't we? We can soon shove a camera behind a laptop. We did that for bloody year and a half.
Yeah.
With ladies lockdown, like.
Didn't we? Yeah.
But we're not ladies in lockdown.
We're not lol anymore. We're for.
Frocking Fortnight again.
Yeah. It's a bit like Mod Week.
What else? Oh,
are you alright time-wise, Cocker?
yeah, well, we're going to say goodbye now, aren't we?
Oh, right, sugar. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Nearly swore then.
Oh, I mean, this... Yeah, we'll say...
Alright.
Rest my tits on the table. Oh, that's nice, that miasma.
Is it nice?
Squashing them against the table like that.
Lovers are very special people.
They're the luckiest people in the world.
Dolly'll never go away again.
We're children needing other children, and yet letting our grown-up pride hide all the need inside, acting more like children. Watch you do this to me. Than children. You sing a Barbara, I have to take it up.
I know, I needed a pause because I had a bit of wind coming in and I weren't sure.
Right.
But that was gorgeous, well done, love.
Red and green should be seen when you're standing up for Hungary. Am I right?
You're not wrong.
God can give you the cardboard, but it's up to you to save up for the Stanley Knife. Victoria, miss you, darling.
Your siblings.
You're pointing at.
I don't know, I was just trying to emphasise your points by pointing.
How about this?
Oh, point. Oh, that feels really nice, actually.
It's rough, innit?
It's rough.
It's even rougher when you put it up you. Anyway, it's been a lovely episode. We've had a right good chat.
We have.
Haven't we? We've talked about everything again. And we should be rehearsing over next week for our... not all week, obviously we're not daft. But we shall be rehearsing soon for our gigs.
Indeed.
And we'll let you know whether July the 10th is the goer. You know. Because I'd like to do.
I'd like to do it as well. My own private pride hall.
Yeah.
I'd love that, mate.
It's a nice little name.
Aye.
So we'll bid you farewell. We'll tell you thanks so much for watching. If you do live in Hungary, our hearts are with you, my darlings. Please be safe.
We're probably banned.
Oh yeah.
Algorithm wise.
Oh, we will be.
We'll be banned. What? They banned this. They banned. They want to ban us.
They want to ban us.
Dirty bastards.
I were hungry for you at one time. Now I'm sated. Right, my loves. We'll see you again very, very soon. Thank you for joining us for another irreverent episode. The first one in over a year and a half of Frock The Fortnight.
It's a bit like Mother Week.
Straight back. See you again soon. Bye, loves. Bye. Have they gone yet, do you think?
No, they're still lingering. Fuck off. Go on.
Bye.
Bye, love. Bye.
Bye.
Been trying to find out for ages.
Oh, she's gone.
Oh.
Yeah. Right.
Pot noodle.
Yeah.